This person says, I truly believe that the downfall of this country will be from the inside, not the outside. You're correct. 100% correct. I'm not going to say that we can't be brought down from the outside, because obviously anything is possible. But bringing us down from the outside is going to be extraordinarily difficult because of our military capabilities, because of the fact that we are a global superpower, and because of geography, because we're not like a European or Asian or African country where we're surrounded by all kinds of different countries, and we've got two big oceans that act as borders that really do help protect us as a nation. So taking us down from the outside is, while possible, it's not something I ever see happening in my lifetime, my children's lifetime, or my grandchildren's lifetime. Now, bringing us down from the inside is something that people like Vladimir Putin have been working on for quite some time. People in Russia, Russian government in general, for generations have been trying to do this. Find somebody within that can erode the institutions, that can damage the things that have made America a superpower and made it so that it is difficult to bring them down from the outside. And that's what I believe that we have right now. Do I think Donald Trump is a knowing Russian asset? No, I don't. There was a movie with John Travolta, and I think Kelly Preston was in the movie. It might have been where he met Kelly Preston. I can't remember. Where there were people that were born Russian, but they were raised to be American so that they could infiltrate American society. It was a comedy. You should go check it out, but I can't even remember the name of it now. The Experts. The Experts was the name of it. I don't think he's like that. What I think he is what Lenin once called a useful, I think it was Lenin that called a useful idiot, right? He is so inept at what he does, business, that he allowed himself to get financially compromised by Russian oligarchs, in my opinion. I mean, Eric Trump, before Donald Trump ever became president, said, yeah, we get all of our money from Russia because U.S. banks won't lend to us. Putin is one of the few people he just will not speak bad about. You know, every now and again he kind of pops off about Putin, but it's never anything of substance, right? It is my opinion that the Russian government has him over a barrel financially, and they have compromise on him. So he is doing their bidding from within in order to save his own ass, in order to keep himself preserved, because that's what Donald Trump is really all about, self-preservation. And unfortunately, the true MAGA base, I'm not talking about Republicans as a whole, I'm talking about the true MAGA base, that 30-ish% of the hardcore right-wing Republican base that is MAGA, they will literally go along with anything Donald Trump says. He had them, he didn't tell them to, but he had them showing up to rallies with t-shirts that said, I'd rather be Russian than a Democrat. You know, he had them justifying the fact that Donald Trump was the first American president in history to allow a Russian delegation into the Oval Office of the White House with no American press. It certainly feels like he's compromised, and yeah, the downfall is going to come from within because it's so difficult to bring us down from the outside. And I think the one flaw in the way our system is set up is that I don't know that the founding fathers ever foresaw a man like Donald Trump. Otherwise, I think they would have put in stronger and more robust guardrails, safety nets. And they just don't exist. Hopefully, in a post-Trump America, we figure out a way to make those guardrails exist so that people like Donald Trump cannot do the damage he's doing from within. But yeah, you're right. Our downfall is most definitely going to come from within. I mean, we've had attacks on our soil, right? 9/11, Pearl Harbor. But think about the only time, or one of the only times, we've ever had a breach at the Capitol. That wasn't from some foreign enemy. That wasn't from some foreign army. That was from here. That was a domestic terrorist attack brought on by our own people because they have a distorted view of what America should be based on a guy who's compromised by foreign adversaries.